Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I want to welcome you to the October 1st on 2025 Vinyltreasure Show. Glad you can join me on this beautiful day today. I apologize for being late. So what happens is, before I come on and do the show, I have to set up my mother on the tablet. So what happens is I have to clear it out. I have to shut it down, and I have to turn it back on. I have to clear the cache. So I get that ready. Just in case that doesn't work, I have to get the PC that's downstairs, the old PC that was up here. I got to get that one working. So then I had to come upstairs, and I have to... I had a problem with the print today, but I got it printed out, and so then I'm going, oh my God, I didn't do any label scans. So I was not going to have any time. It was 1 minute before 9, and I said I'm not going to do it. So the label scans that are up there are not the. Oh, I think there's one I potentially could play. It's a Linda Jones record. I forget who requested it. A song called Hypnotize. You know that tune called Hypnotize? Well, anyway, welcome to the Vinyltreasure Show on this Wednesday evening. Got some Soul 45s out of my collection as requested by you, the listeners. We're going to, the first three vocals are my selections. So you can tell me what you think about the selections that I picked this evening. But anyway, we opened up the show with a request for listener Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. And many of you recognize that tune. They were originally session men for the Stax record label. They were led by keyboardist Booker T. Jones, okay? They were known as Booker T and the MGs. And, of course, their biggest hit, was talking to Arch today about it. It was called Green Onions. That was their big hit on the Stax record label. But this was their 13th release, 13 of 24 releases on Stax Records. And an instrumental cover of the Young Rascals tune, a song entitled Groovin', okay, which came out in April of 1967 on the Atlantic label. And this one released in July of 1967. This tune written by Felix Cavalier and Eddie Brigatti. This version did chart, too, number 21 on Billboard, 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number one record on WHBQ, if you were tuned in Memphis, Tennessee, from July 67. A cool tune there. Booker T and the MG's version of Groovin' on the Stax record label. Well, Johnny G's going to get you guys and gals grooving. Got a big chat room here, so thank you. Thank you, Grace. It was nice seeing Grace came up to visit my parents this week. It was nice to see Grace. It's been a while. She used to help my parents here. But anyway, let's start it off with the vocal portion. I picked this tune. I know some of you Northern Soul fans would know this, but this next singer, originally from Brooklyn, New York, he was a member of a gospel group called the Zionettes, and they recorded for the Simpson record label. But in 1962, he became a member of the Canjos. They recorded for the Dapt record label. I have that 45 too, by the way. But he would later, in 1962, sign with Big Top Records. He was doing demos. Mainly Burt Bacharach and Hal David would give him demos to sing, and they eventually released those records on the Big Top record label. But he recorded others for Big Top, and here's his fourth release for the Big Top record label. It came out in September of 1965. This really wasn't his style, though, but it's a great dancing tune. So let's open up the vocal portion here with Lou Johnson. Lou Johnson on the Big Top record label, September 1965. This is what Johnny G always leaves. Well, no, I never leave my listeners unsatisfied. So here you go. Lou Johnson, Unsatisfied. Here we go.
Don't you turn aside, don't you leave me so unsatisfied. The coldness of your kiss leaves me unsatisfied. Don't make me feel like this. I'm so unsatisfied that it hurts my place. Feel what I feel inside. It's heartaches that I face. I'm so unsatisfied, don't you know that I love you so much that I can't be denied. Give me what I need now. For love I plead now. I'm begging you. Don't you turn aside, don't you leave me so unsatisfied. I long to make you mine. Lord knows how much I've tried. You turn from me each time. I'm so unsatisfied, don't you know that I love you so much that I can't be denied. Unsatisfied. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He opened up the vocal portion there with the great sound of Lou Johnson. Normally, that is not really his sound, Lou Johnson, not really his sound there, but that is a cool record. That's a great dancing record. John G felt like dancing today, but my knees were killing me. I was playing testing some of the records here for tonight, and I'm going, wow, that is a great record. I hope I can get to. I got so many requests. Look at all your requests here. Let me go to the guest table. There you go. Those are all your requests, and there's more down under the table that I have here, but those are your requests here. And we continue here for a Wednesday evening here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Whoops. Here's a record I found in the wild here, this next 45, but this artist was the lead singer of the Flamingos going back to the 1950s when they recorded for the Chance record label. And he sang leads on tunes like Golden Teardrops, That's My Desire, Dream of a Lifetime, and many others. Also would then move over to a group known as the Morocco's, recorded for the United record label. But he would go solo in 1965 on this label I think this was on another label first, Charlene. It starts with a K, and I forget the name of it because I did go on and check it. Although that label it's Contos or Conos or something with a K. But I have it on the Ja West record label. It's out of Chicago, and it's from 1965. Let's give a listen to Sollie McElroy. Sollie McElroy, previously the lead of the Flamingos. Here he is on Ja West. That's how I have it. And this is what we do all the time here on a Wednesday evening. It's called Party Time. Sollie McElroy. Here you go.
Everybody but me.
There you go. The sound of... Whoops, Johnny, shut that off. Sound of Sollie McElroy here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Listen, you can't go wrong with finding records like that for a quarter. What do you say? That's a good buy for a quarter. I think it's well worth everything that Johnny G spent for that 45. Of course, some of them were a little bit more expensive, but lots of the records that I feature here are records that I've picked up out in the wild or picked up from dealers, and some of them were expensive, but I never really paid as much on the Northern Soul that I have on the soul records that I have with the vocal group records. It's like night and day, really. But anyway, I think that's a cool tune there. Mr. Sollie McElroy, 1965. I have it on the Jaw West label. Party time. It's our party time here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We're on Oldies and More Radio. We're also on YouTube. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Been picking up new listeners. And you don't have to be a collector to tune in. And it's kind of interesting because everybody wants to do a podcast. But it's difficult when you're using music because I don't own the music, okay? And some of it is public domain, but lots of it is not. I think eventually, what's going to happen is YouTube or some of the other platforms, they're going to kind of change this view. They're working with artificial intelligence now. It's really interesting that, and again, if I was just on the Oldie and More stream, I would have more leeway in things that I could play here on the program. But since I'm on YouTube, I simultaneously broadcast. They run my show through an artificial intelligence kind of filter. And they record everything. I mean, everything. I mean, you can probably go to one of my listeners pointed this out today. You can go to I don't think you can do it on the live, but you can do it on my archives. You can get a playlist now off my archives. There's some kind of, you can ask questions. It was so weird, but it records everything that I say. You could even get a transcript of my show. It's like kind of wild. I was like, what is going on here? It takes a lot of space to do. But anyway, it's just interesting here. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I didn't pay a lot of money for this next record. I don't think it's a rare record. And maybe somebody in the chat room can tell me, but this gal, she's out of Philadelphia, and she was a member of the Orlons. Now, she would leave the group in September of 1963 for a brief time. Then she would return to the group in 1964. Maybe they were seeing if she can have a hit, maybe, possibly. But she would go back to them, but not before she had this release on the Parkway label. Her name, she was born Marlena Easley, okay, but she also is a.k.a. Marlena Davis, and she's using an alias on this release on the Parkway label. She was known as Nikki Blu, Nikkiblu, Nikki Blu, and this single produced by Chubby Checker. He produced this tune, and they're being backed up by an uncredited girl group known as the Bronzettes. They're backing her up on this. Let's go to November of 1964. Give a listen to Nikki Blu. Nikki Blu on the Parkway label. It's called Whoa, Whoa, I Love Him So. This is Nikki Blu. Tell me what you think. Here you go.
Oh,
There you go, the sound of Nikki Blu here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let me get... So there you go. That's my third selection there. Figured I'd pick up some records I found out in the wild here to feature here on the program. November 1964, Nikki Blu being backed up by the Bronzettes on the Parkway record label. Whoa, whoa, I Love Him So is the name of the tune. Program note for I will be on tomorrow afternoon. I will be doing, continuing with I think it's part 4 of the Relic Countdown. So that'll be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 till 3. I pulled out about 30-something records to play for the show there. There's some good records in this section of the countdown here. People did not hear. They're all from 1956, so there's some interesting group harmony things in that, so I pulled the records out. So I will be here 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the Thursday afternoon edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. I'm going to try to do it every couple weeks is what I'm going to try to do. I'll put it up there again on the upcoming weeks there. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. You know, sometimes I try to steer away from hits on the program, but sometimes I can get away with it in the beginning of the show. So we're going to try, and I got a lot of MOTOWN records for tonight too, but I got to be careful. I was checking around on some things, and I'm afraid to play certain things, but I think this one was okay to play. I have played it before, and anyway, but this, you all know this duet, okay? Wait. And I'm talking about, well, I should say my aunt had a number of Marvin Gaye 45s in her collection. And, of course, as you know, Marvin Gaye also did a number of duets with other female artists that recorded for the Motown empire, such as Mary Wells, Kim Weston, and in particular, relating to this record, Tammy Montgomery, a.k.a. Tammi Terrell. And they sang and just looked good together. They looked like a great couple when you would see them, you know, on, I don't know, American Bandstand or whatever performing. They just looked good together, and they made really great records, you have to say. And they would have 8 releases between 1967 and 1970, and a real-life couple, Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson, provided the writing and production for their releases. And I think that was like a project that Berry Gordy thought of to do, and he was really successful on a lot of projects that he did. It was just had a great empire there that was putting out records, and he was like focusing on quality, not quantity. So in retrospect to other labels, big labels, they didn't have as many releases. Like every record was like a hit on the Motown label. So if you were buying those records in the 1960s, you would see lots of the numbers are close together for all the groups, okay? And listener Mnon requested their first for the Tamla label, and this charted number 19 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and this was number 1, I think, on a number of stations, namely WPAG in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So let's get the hits out of the way. Let's go to April of 1967 by request for listener Mnon. Here is Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell on the Tamla label, and their tune called Ain't No Mountain High Enough. This is for Mnon. Here you go. There you go, the sound of Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell here on the Vinyltreasure Show. And I'm sure many of you remember that tune out on the radio back in the day. I do. I remember that. That's a 45 that my aunt had back in 1967, April 67, by request for MOTOWN. Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, on the Tamla record label. Of course, Diana Ross, when she went solo, she had a big hit. 1970, I think Diana Ross had a big hit with that tune also. But anyway, Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Thank you all for being here. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. You have to be signed in, though, to the YouTube channel. We're also live on Oldies and More Radio. But side note to that song by Marvin Gaye and Tammi Terrell, that a tragedy for Tammi Terrell, that on October 14th of 1967, that Tammi collapsed into Marvin Gaye's arms on stage while they were performing at the Hampton University homecoming in Virginia, and Tammi would be diagnosed with a brain tumor that eventually ended her life on March 16th of 1970. She was only 24 years old. It's just a tragedy for her, but she's got some really great tunes that I have featured here on the program. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, let's fill a request now for listener Avatar. Actually, we're going to play both sides of this 45. I wish I had it in better shape. I couldn't find it. I was looking down in the no humidity basement. I thought I pulled out all the Barbara Lewis records, but I did not, probably because of the condition of this. Because I'm not happy with the condition of this next four. I mean, it plays okay, but Johnny G hates styrene 45s. I can tell you that much. I don't like styrene records, especially when they're worn and they're played. But that's what relates to this 45. But we're going to hear this side as a request for Avatar in our YouTube chat room. This singer, born in Salem, Michigan. She began recording back in 1961 on the Karen record label, and that record would get picked up by Atlantic Records, a song called My Heart Went Do-Dot-Dot-Dat. I think that's what it was. But she would have 17 releases for the Atlantic record label between 1961 and 1969. And Avatar requested her 12th. This tune, written by Grant Higgins, produced by Burt Burns. And this is arranged by Arf Mardin, and this did chart on the Billboard chart, was number 74 on Billboard, number 13 on WKIX in Raleigh, North Carolina, if you were tuned in. Let's go to October of 1966. Give a listen to Barbara Lewis on Atlantic Records. It's called Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do? This is going out to Avatar in our YouTube chat room. Here you go.
But when
you go. The great sound of Barbara Lewis there. Barbara Lewis on the Atlantic record label from October 1966. It's called Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do? And that was her 12th release for the Atlantic record label. Malcolm Baumgart in our YouTube chat room, he says, Johnny G, is it time for a flip side? Yes, it is, because the flip side was actually also requested by UK listener David Dallison. David Dallison in the UK also requested the flip side. And let's see, Charlene, what do you got here? Rosemary McCoy, is that correct here? Let me just look. Well, yeah, really. So the writer on this is McCoy, and it's really Rosemary McCoy. Wow, she wrote lots of great 1950s tunes. Well, she wrote this tune, again, produced by Burt Burns. Let me put it on here, folks. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go, because this is a faster side here. But the flip side there, or I should say the intended A side, is the style, really, of Barbara Lewis, but she also did some great up-tempo tunes also. She's just a great all-around singer, I have to say. She is. I do like her. My aunt had a lot of her records in the collection. I just wish this was in better condition here. I'm telling Barbara, well, Amy wants me to get a T-shirt. Will you guys buy Johnny G T-shirts if I made up some T-shirts? But she says, Johnny G hates styrene. You think that might be a good T-shirt? But anyway, so let's fill this request, a flip side request. We'll also send it out to Malcolm Baumgart in our YouTube chat room. Barbara Lewis, by request for Dave Dallison, the flip side of Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do? This side is called I Remember the Feeling. Barbara Lewis, here you go. Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That one there going out to David Dallison in the UK. We'll also send it out to Malcolm Baumgart in our YouTube chat room. That's a great two-sided 45. Might be one of her more in-demand records, I'd say, but that's Barbara Lewis. The flip side of Baby, What Do You Want Me to Do? A song entitled I Remember the Feeling from October 1966. That's what Johnny G tries to do with my listeners. We try to remember the feeling of listening to this music back in the 1960s. So we kind of do a time warp here. I wonder what AI is going to say for that one, Arch. Johnny G, you could ask it questions. It's amazing. You could ask it questions. I got to go back and check. I don't think I can see it, but it's on the bottom of the videos. I don't think this live video, though. It's on my archive videos. Like you can say, did Johnny G do whatever? You can, and it says, I can't find it. I was like, what is going on? But anyway, we don't want to care about the AI. Let's continue with the live music. I am not a robot. I am a real person here. And let's fill a request now for a Frank and Jerry Gingaro, as this singer is out of Houston, Texas, and played him, was it last week or the week before? But he made his debut in 1963, recording for the Fantasy record label. Some great records that he has on Fantasy Records. As Leon Haywood, W-O-O-D. And his next release on the Imperial label, he changed his name to Haywood, Leon Haywood. And this is a song he wrote together with Nathaniel Nathan. Okay, Nathaniel Nathan. Now, he was disc jockey Nathaniel Montague. Okay, or the Magnificent Montague. I think I have him coming up on tomorrow afternoon on one of the shows, one of the records I'm playing. But this charted number 92 on Billboard, 13 on the R&B chart, and number 8 on KGFJ. If you were listening in L.A., California, from July 1965. Let's give a listen to Leon Haywood on Imperial Records. It's called, and listen closely, I'm going to ask Busta Bass, what does this, I'm asking actually everybody, listen closely to this record. Tell me what this record sounds like. Also to Frank and Jerry Gingaro. They requested this. Let's give it a spin. Leon Haywood on the Imperial label. It's called She's With Her Other Love. Here you go.
Come the night, and I'm alone. Ooh, and I'm lonesome, 'cause my baby's not home. She's with her other love. She's with her other love.
go. So we got guesses in the chat room there. Okay, some people said Baby Love. It's not really, it's Where Did Our Love Go? That record sounds a lot like Where Did Our Love Go? But I don't know if there was any kind of illegal ramifications there. I think I just saw a note from Charlene that I might have got, did I get the Barbara Lewis request mixed up is what I might have done. I don't know. I don't know, Charlene, but I'm taking it off the list that you have here. So if I did mess that up, I did. So I apologize. But so we'll reverse the request there on that. But anyway, there you go. Leon Haywood there from July 1965 on the Imperial label. She's With Her Other Love is the name of the tune. We're going to flip it over because Frank and Jerry also requested the flip side here. And again, this flip side also written by Leon and Nathaniel Nathan. So let's flip it over. July 1965. This is going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro, Leon Haywood. Leon Haywood on the Imperial label. It's called Pain in My Heart. This is for Frank and Jerry. Here you go. There you go. Great two-sided 45 there by request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro. Leon Haywood on the Imperial record label. It's called Pain in My Heart, July 65 release. The flip side there of She's With Her Other Love is the name of the tune. You're with your DJ, Johnny G, for the evening. Thank you all for being here on this Wednesday evening right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. Again, if you do have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. If I have the 45, and so I'm still looking for stuff down in the no humidity basement, and I find them every week, so I'm still trying to do that, but let us continue here. And let's fill a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat. I've been looking for this request, Warren, for you for a long time, and it was down on a box, down on the bottom shelf, way down in the basement. I had a box of ABC Paramount 45s, and I found this one in here. I wish it wasn't on styrene. This is another styrene 45, so I think whoever owned this prior, there's some crackle like for, I don't know, maybe about 20 seconds or so, and then it clears up. But I would prefer the hard vinyl. That's how Johnny G likes it. But this gal, she was 14 years old, and she was from West Memphis, Arkansas. And this is her debut single. Wait a minute. Her first release was in 1965. I'm sorry. I should have messed that one up, Charlene. Was in 1965 on the Mockingbird label. This was her follow-up, which came out on the ABC Paramount record label, co-written by her manager, his name David Bevis. This is produced by Fred Carter Jr., and then this did chart regionally. And I don't know, Record Ralph, do you remember hearing this record back in 1966? It charted number 33 on WOLF up in Syracuse, New York. This is from July of 66. This is by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Her name is Sherry Grooms, although it sounds like a fake name, but evidently it's not. Sherry Grooms on the ABC Paramount record label. Does anybody remember a book? I had to read it in school. It was called Call of the Wild. Do you remember that book? Well, anyway, this is very similar. It's called The Call of the Wild One. This is Sherry Grooms going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Here you go. There you go. That's the sound. Whoops. Johnny G getting discombobulated here on a Wednesday evening. There you go. That one there going out to a Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That is The Call of the Wild One. Okay, not the Jack London book, although I did read that. I don't know where I read that. I was in like junior high school or something. I don't know. I still have it here. I still have that paperback up here. We never got rid of it. There you go. July 1966 on the ABC label, not ABC Paramount, Charlene, ABC. Sherry Grooms is her name, and she would have other releases. And who said it? Malcolm, you said that she would she sang in the 1980s too, and she went all country, kind of like how what Sandy Posey did also. And a lot of people were rock and roll or soul and then went country, I guess. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Finally found this request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. As where is it here? Here we go. And this is a request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. And this singer, born in Homer, Louisiana, but he would move to Chicago. First recording for the Jerry-O record label in 1964, but others followed on labels like Starville, Checker, ABC, and this label, which is out of Chicago. It's called the Salem label. His real name is Emmett Ellis Jr., but he recorded as Bobby Rush. This is actually his third release on Seabon Foster's Salem Records. It's a song he co-wrote. This tune produced by Sonny Thompson. Let's go to March of 1969 by request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush on Salem, and the song is called Wake Up. This is Bobby Rush. Here you go.
What they got at home, you gotta wake up, yeah, wake up, yeah, 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 yeah. Better wake up now, baby, before it's too late. Your love about somebody else, be gone the other way. You be crying, your heart be aching, 'cause another lover's in the making. You know it's so but you know it's hard to take it. You gotta wake up now, wake up, yeah, before it get too late. The love will find somebody else and be going on the other way. You gotta wake up now. Oh! Better stop and think about it. Oh, you get too mad. What does the promise gain a little? Lose what you already had. Somewhere down the line, I don't know just when, you're gonna get caught in your little game called cheat or little win. You better wake up, yeah. Come on and wake up now. Oh, baby, you better wake up. Cheat a man. You better wake up. Cheat a woman.
There you go. That one there going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush from March of 1969 on the Salem record label out of Chicago, Illinois. Wake Up is the name of the tune. Johnny G trying to wake up all the listeners here. Actually, no, we do. This show kind of moves along. It really does. So thank you all for being here on this show. This is Johnny G's got a passion for music, actually record collecting too. I know some people in my chat room are record collectors, so they just like the music here. And I guess YouTube is actually really a cool way to and not everybody can like do this. I mean, if you have records, it's like easy to do because you get like you can show the labels and you can set it all up. And I kind of changed the studio around a little bit to make it kind of like entertaining. Okay, so sometimes my mother says, Johnny, you're talking too much. You can't talk. They were berating me on Saturday. Johnny, you're talking too much. You got to. Well, I said everybody likes my stories. They do like my stories. And people actually told me, we want to hear more of your stories. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for new listener Marcus Music Mayhem. And I'm going to ask Marcus, are you a record collector? I think maybe you might be a record collector, as it is always fun to find records out in the wild. When Johnny G had no money, that was really the only way. When I was in junior high school and I was in high school, I wasn't making any money. It was only on my birthday or Christmas time or whatever I had to buy my car when I went into college. I went to Pace University, and I wanted to be a CPA, but that just never worked out. I ended up becoming an accountant, and I started to make some money, and then I was able to afford to buy some of the more expensive records. And but if you get married and you have a family, and sometimes it's hard to put money toward records unless you have a stash of money somewhere, and you don't let your significant other know about it. But sometimes that might not work out well either. But record collecting, at least now, I think is a lot easier because you can find stuff. Well, not as easy to find stuff out in the wild anymore. If you do, you're really lucky. But a lot of people now, they can sell on a bunch of the sites like Discogs or on eBay and whatnot. But I listen, I got to move to a state that has no sales tax, because you know how much money I would have to pay on the records. I used to buy a lot of records on eBay all the time, but I'm not going to pay more. I'd rather dabble in some of the dealers that contact me to sell me records. That's how I deal with it now. But I'm going to say, Marcus, I'm going to guess that you are a record collector, and he requested this great girl group here. You know them as we head to Detroit, Michigan for the Sound of the Supremes. I always liked this record because I remember hearing it when it came out, actually in February of '65, when I lived on my grandmother's street. It was Pleasant Street, and we had a bunch of the kids in the neighborhood, and I remember the consulas that lived across in the apartment building. So they were like kind of acting this record out. I mean, I think they either saw them on Ed Sullivan or on Where the Action Is or whatever, but they would play the record, and then there were three of the sisters or their friend, and they would go out there and they'd put their hand out like this, because that's what they did. I'm talking about the Supremes when they sang this song, and it's a request. It's their 10th release for the Supremes on Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN record label, and this tune written and produced by Holland Dozier Holland. This is I'm taking a chance on this record, although I did see it played on YouTube. This was a number one on Billboard, and number two on the R&B chart. And again, it's with Diana Ross on lead, but I like the record. I do. February '65, by request, for Marcus in our YouTube chat room, the Supremes with Stop in the Name of Love. This is from Marcus. Here you go.
Each time you leave my door, I want
Yeah, hits here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I mean, John, what did we play? 2 hits already in the, well, it's past the first hour, so I guess it's okay to do that. But I like that record. I do. Listen, I don't only like middle of the road records. I would say that charted middle of the road or whatever. But it's always good to hear hits. It's just that they don't let me get away with the hits here on the YouTube. I can on Oldies and More Radio, but I can't on the YouTube thing. But it's a great tune. That's going out to Marcus Music Mayhem in our YouTube chat room. That great sound of Diana Ross and the Supremes, their 10th release on the MOTOWN record label, February 65, Stop in the Name of Love. The only thing wrong with that record is that it's styrene. Okay, I had a beat up vinyl copy. Of course, I got about 10 copies down in the no humidity basement, which I didn't have the chance to go down there and look because I was scrambling. I finally filed about 8,000 records up here in the up here where I broadcast. So they're in, I got 52 boxes here, those boxes that you buy at Bags Unlimited. They're all filled up with the records here. So it's kind of was easy for me to find the ones that I had cleaned and filed away. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request. Actually, it was Timbo C in our YouTube chat room. You wanted to hear a Larry Williams record. Well, I had one, and that was requested by Grayland, and we're going to play the flip side for you. So how would that work? So I think that'll work. But up first is Grayland's request, and an interesting duo here, because it is a duo. One was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, but he would move to L.A., and he signed with Art Roop Specialty label. Had 2 big national hits in 1957. You may know the songs like Short Fat Fanny and Boney Maroney. You know those tunes from the 1950s. The other, from Houston, Texas, signed with Sid Nathan's Federal record label in 52, and but not having big national hits as the other one did. But he did have some success in the mid-1970s with a song called I Don't Want to Be a Lone Ranger, if you know that tune. But, and A Real Mother for You. But together as a duo, they had 3 releases on the OK record label. Here is the A-side to their first, and this is actually a cover song. First, is there vocal to this, Charlene? Or is this an instrumental? I think is this a vocal? It should be. This song first done by Cannonball. Yeah, it is a vocal. First done by Cannonball Adderley in 1966 on the Capitol record label. And this is produced by both of them. And this charted number 96 on Billboard, number 23 on the R&B chart. And this was a big number 4 record if you were tuned in to the WJLB, which was out of Detroit. Let's go to February of 1967. And by request for Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room, Larry Williams and Johnny Watson on the OK label, their rendition of the tune, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Here you go.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. My baby, she may not look like one of those bunnies out of the Playboy book. Well, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Williams. But she's got something, Johnny, much greater than gold. When I what's that? I'm crazy about the girl. She's got so much soul. She got the kind of loving, kissing and a hugging, showing love. Glad that I'm a fella and know that she knocks me off my feet. Have mercy on me, 'cause she knocks me off my feet. Can you dig it? There is no girl in the whole world that can love me like you do. Tell 'em about it, Watson. My baby now, when she walks by, all the fellas go, and I know why. Ah, mercy, look at her walk. It's simply because the girl, she walks so fine. And if she ever leave me,
I will lose my mind. Because she got the kind of loving, kissing and a hugging. Sure is never glad that I'm a failing. I know that she knocks me off my feet. Have mercy on me. Cause she knocks me off my feet. You better tell them one more thing. There is no girl in the whole world that can love me like you do. Tell them about it, Mr. Williams. Now everybody in my neighborhood, and that's including me, will testify that my girl, she looks so good. Well, let me tell them something else right here. She looks so fine. She give eyesight to the blind. Have mercy, make them see. And if she ever leave me, I would lose my mind. Because she got the kind of loving, kissing and a hugging. Sure is never glad that I'm a fella. And I know that she knocks me off my feet. Have mercy on me. Cause she knocks me off my feet. Can you dig it? There is no girl in the whole world that can love me like you do.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That one there going out to listener Graylin in our YouTube chat room, February 67. That's Larry Williams and Johnny Watson on the OK record label, their rendition of the tune Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Now, when did the Buckinghams do their record on Columbia? I forget what the year that was. Was that in 67 or was that in 66? Because the Buckinghams had a hit with that tune also. But let's flip it over and send it out to Timbo C in our YouTube chat room. And this flip side here, and what I do with it here. Here we go. So this is actually the B-side of that 45 by Larry Williams and Johnny Watson. And let me see, this one, they both wrote this tune written by Larry Williams and Johnny Watson, arranged by Arthur Wright. Again, and it's called it's called A Quitter. A Quitter Never Wins. So true. This is going out to Timbo C in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Timbo. This is Johnny Watson and Larry Williams for you.
Me and my baby, we don't mind if things don't go right all the time. I've got her love and you know she got mine. With a smile on my face, I'm gonna keep on trying. Cause a winner never quits. I say a winner never quits. You got to do the best you can. Because a quitter don't never win. Oh yeah, oh yeah, everybody. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come on, band. Into his life, some rain must fall. 'Tis bittersweet, so live with it all. I know one day that my ship will come in. you're gonna go insane. When you feel just a little bad now.
There you go. We'll send that one out to Timbo C in our YouTube chat room there. That's the sound of Larry Williams and Johnny Watson there. A quitter never wins is the name of the tune. That is the B-side to Mercy, 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 as requested by Graylin in our YouTube chat room. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. If you are new to this program, just finding out about it, you need to be signed into YouTube to subscribe to this station. And it's funny because artificial intelligence has that on the transcript, and it gets half of the things I say is not correct. It was saying I was talking about my great aunt and all this, so they got that all wrong. But some of the things it gets right, and it's taking me as gospel is what it's doing. But anyway, let us continue here. And I have to say hello. I hope he's still listening. And when I started back, I think in 2005, I had a listener in Belgium that found out about this program many, many years ago. I actually had a couple of listeners, international listeners that would request. One guy was requesting all these teen records, and I don't know what happened to them. You remember the summer that the weather was in Europe? It was like 110 degrees and people were passing away. Well, I think something happened to him during that time, because from that point on, I never heard from him again. But I have heard from time to time a listener, Andre Decoder from Belgium. He used to send me requests on my vinyltreasures.net website. So he used to send me requests every week for a number of records, and I didn't hear from him for a long, long time. And then he sent me he said, Johnny G, how are you? Or whatever. He found out about me on YouTube, and he asked me, he said, if I could play a Jerry Butler record. Now, this was a long time ago. I mean, this was years ago. So, Andre, if you are still out there, I finally found this Jerry Butler record that you were requesting for years. It was, I think, before I even came here. It might have been even just about the time I came here on YouTube. And but I found it. So let's give a listen to the Iceman here for Andre in Belgium. And this is not one of the common, what I do with, here it is, not one of the common records by the Iceman, but this is going out to Andre in Belgium. It's his second release on the Mercury label, produced and arranged by Luci de Jesus from September of 1966. Let's give a listen to Jerry Butler on the Mercury label. It's called For What You Made of Me. For What You Made of Me. This is Jerry Butler for Andre in Belgium. Here you go, Andre.
You took a bit of kindness and sincerity, added understanding, and changed my world for me, and that's why I love you. Really, really love you. Not for what you are, my love, but for what you made of me. You built a mountain, just a grain of sand, when you took a boy, my love, and created a man. And with your warm affection and your loyalty, plus your sweet devotion, you made the man I'm proud to be. And Lord, I love you. Oh, I really, really love you. Not for what you are, my love, but for what you made of me.
Here you go. That one there going out to Andre in Belgium. I think Andre Decoder. Andre, I hope you could you can send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. There you go. That is the Iceman. The Iceman from 1966 on Mercury Records. His second release for the Mercury label, For What You Made of Me, is the name of the tune. That one there from September 1966. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We fill a request now for Edmund Williams, who must be having a busy night where he's working in the ER. But he requested this gal from Chicago, and she... at 15 years old, she won a recording contract with Chess Records, finishing first in a Regal Theater talent show in 1966. She would get a contract with Chess Records. She ended up with 6 releases on the Chess label, and Edmund requested both sides of her third release. Her name is Joanne Garrett. Joanne Garrett, and this side, I think this is the B side of the 45 here. This tune written by Greg Perry and Robert Thurston. It was produced by Andre Williams and arranged by Charles Stephanie. This one from December of 1967. This is her third release for the Chess record label. Let's give a listen to Joanne Garrett on Chess. It's called Just Say When. This is for Edmund Williams. Here you go. There you go. That one there by request for Edmund Williams. That is the sound of Joanne Garrett. Joanne Garrett on the Chess record label. That's her third release for Chess Records. Song entitled Just Say When. Johnny G does that when I come on. That's why you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I wonder, Arch, if I did those... when I used to do the testing shows, I would take, I think Mark Speck likes when I would get a box of records and just play them. And I wonder if the AI could identify all the records that way. And I don't know if AI identifies everything. I know that Jazz Bell posts on some of the shows. He's posting some of my playlists. So thank you, Jazz Bell, for doing that. Much appreciated. And really, for Indrajit Advani on the 50s show, he posts my artist lists. So many people out there helping Johnny G. I got Barbara in on the act, too. She's got to work on a project. I'm working on a project that for a Thursday show with the time capsule show. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be an interesting thing. I will tell you more about it if I can get Barbara working on it. But she's got lots of typing to do. Let us flip this 45 over here. John G almost forgot because Edmund wants to hear the flip side of this. And this is actually a cover song. Those of you that tune into my 50s show will recognize this tune here. And I think this was the intended A-side, okay, because this side charted on KATZ. That's out of St. Louis, Missouri. This was a number 18 record, okay, and this song originally done back in 1956 by the Heartbeats on the Whole label. You may own it maybe on Rama Records, but let's flip over that Joanne Garrett, Just Say When, and you get this tune from December 67 on the Chess label. Joanne Garrett with her rendition of the tune, 1,000 Miles Away. This is for Edmund Williams. Here you go.
You're 1,000 miles away, but I still have your love to remember you by. Oh, my darling, I'll dry my eyes and hope you're coming home soon.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Edmund Williams. That's the sound of Joanne Garrett. Joanne Garrett, that's her third release for the Chess record label. A cover of the Heartbeats tune, 1,000 Miles Away is the name of that one, December 1967. Prior to that, we heard Just Say When. Johnny G says when we shut down here on YouTube. But listen, Copyright Police shut Johnny G down, and or I would go a little bit longer, I would, but got so many requests here to fill on the shows here. But let's fill a request now for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. And you know this singer from Winterville, Mississippi. He was raised, though, on the west side of Chicago. I guess I was in Chicago. Did I tell you I was in Chicago when they were filming Ferris Bueller's Day Off? They sent me there. Actually, one of the jobs that I found, that was the one I told you where I quit after 11 days. I was working for Macmillan Book Publishing. I says, I'm not staying here. I can't do this. So I ended up, they said, we're getting you to Chicago. I says, what? Going to Chicago? So it was a lot of fun, I have to say. I was with all my coworkers there, and they were all new to the company. And I had to shadow each. We had a person to replace there, and they were not happy. They lost their jobs. They were there for a long time, and they were moving this company from Chicago to Westchester County, New York. And I saw the L. I went to Chicago Stadium. I went to the Sears Tower. You know, and I think in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they go up to the Sears Tower and they're looking down. Well, we were there, but we didn't go on Lake Michigan. The other group, the people in payroll, went on Lake Michigan. They got scolded by the company. They said, who told you can go on... They said, well, listen, we're doing this work. We thought we can buy tickets and go on a boat and go on a ride on Lake Michigan, but they were not happy. But anyway, how'd I get on that from this? Oh, because we were talking about Chicago. Okay, Johnny. But he would first record for the Mercury label in 1959, but he would sign with OK Records in 1962, had 18 releases on the OK label between 1962 and 1968. James Brown requested his second release. This is, I think, the B side of the 45. Actually, yeah, this is the B-side of the 45. This tune written by Curtis Mayfield, produced by Carl Davis. This is arranged by Johnny Pate. And this did chart, too. This side did chart number 6 on WOOK in Washington, D.C. Arch, maybe you heard this. The backing vocals on this are the Impressions. So listen closely. And Mark Speck mentioned it in the YouTube chat room. This is an answer tune to Jan Bradley's Mama Didn't Lie, which came out in 1962 on the Chess label. Let's go to June of 1963 by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room, Mr. Major Lance. Major Lance on OK Records. It's called Mama Didn't Know. This is for James Brown. Here you go.
To you
There you go. That one there by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Major Lance and Answer Tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let me hold on a second. Got to turn this over. The copyright police are out on this tune. You know, it was funny because John, hold on a second, folks. Johnny, get it right. Get it right. So on the transcript, okay, if you go to one of my transcripts, it says we need to keep the copyright police away. They're going to quote me on this. So in order to do that, we need listeners that are signed into YouTube to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell to get the notifications and click the like button and also to make comments. So I say that and the AI puts that down as gospel. It does. So I mean, I just think that actually helps with them letting me stay on longer with a lot of these hits because they do give me a time limit, and around it's gotten a little longer, okay, before they shut me down. But anyway, but when I start to play records that they do it the first time, it's going to happen when it identifies it. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. But let's flip this 45 over by request for James Brown. This is the intended A-side again, the tune written by Curtis Mayfield, produced by Carl Davis, arranged by Johnny Pate. This was a big number 8 Billboard hit, number 2 on the R&B chart, and a number 1 record if you were tuned in to WUST in Bethesda, Maryland from June 63. This is the A-side for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. It's Major Lance, and it's called The Monkey Time. This is on OK Records for James Brown. Here you go.
There's a place right across town whenever you're ready, where people gather round whenever they're ready, and then the music begins to play.
There you go. Hits here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. That is Major Lance. Major Lance on the OK record label. Yeah, they came out on that side too. They left after Johnny G kind of threw them off with some talk. But there you go. That is what record was this by him? His second release on the OK record label, The Monkey Time. Prior to that, we heard Mama Didn't Know. But my mother does know. I'll let you that. She definitely does know. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, fill a request now for listener Bill Obe, who will be my in-studio guest here. Bill Obe will be here on a Thursday afternoon on October 16th, 2025, and Bill Obe will be returning to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show as a guest collector Thursday, October 16th from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this show will be a Gospel Special number 5. The program will be the Gospel Battle of Song Formats, which sounds very interesting. Rhythm and Blues versus Soul Harmony, with more than 20 artists not played on previous Johnny G Gospel Special shows that Bill, of course, guest hosted. And the listeners and viewers will be able to make the comparison of Rhythm and Blues to Soul Harmony gospel recordings. Many records scheduled to be played are considered collector's items, and the quality of the music, gospel recordings, will likely enhance the interest of the listeners and viewers of Johnny G Vinyl Treasures. So please mark your calendars accordingly. I posted the show up on my YouTube wall there, so you can click Get Notification. This coming October 16th, 2025. Bill Obe will be here, and he sent Johnny G a request. This gal from Philadelphia, she started singing gospel at age 12, and she was singing with the True Gospel Singers, okay, and then she was discovered by Luther Dixon. He discovered her, and she had her debut single, he discovered her, okay, and I think I played her, Ludix, I think it was on Ludix Records, I think it was. But her real name was Anna Dolores Williams, but she recorded as Anna King. Now, she became a part of James Brown's singing group. It was James Brown and the Famous Flames, but he had a bunch of singers behind him that would travel with him and perform and record. She was there singing in his group, and then she would go solo. She did a couple solo releases. Of course, they were produced by James Brown, and this happened, I think, more so when he went over to the Smash label. He had a little kind of issue with the Sid Nathan of King Records, so they kind of separated there, and he went to Smash Records and had trouble putting out vocals. He was putting out instrumentals from the start, but then eventually I think they kind of settled up on some things. But this is from December of 1963, Miss Anna King. This is her first of 5 she had on the Smash label. And the interesting here, James Brown here, the writer credit on this is by Jim Jam, okay? That was an alias for James Brown because he wrote this. He also produced this song, okay, for Anna King, and this charted number 67 on Billboard, number 10 on the R&B chart, and a number 3 record on WUST if you were listening in Bethesda, Maryland. Let's go to December of 63 by request for listener Bill Obe. Anna King. Anna King on Smash. It's called If Somebody Told You. Anna King for Bill.
If somebody told you that they didn't love you, and later they told you they think the whole world loves you, would you still love them? I don't know. Would you still love I don't know. I don't know. Somebody told you they believe you, and yet with every chance they still deceive. And if somebody told you they need you bad, but when you're gone, they still ain't sad. Would you still love them? I don't know. Would you still love them? I don't know. Would you still love them? I don't know. Whoa! I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't forget you. I can't forget you. I can't forget you. I can't ever forget you. Somebody told you they didn't love you. Later they told you they think the whole world up. Would you still love them? I don't know. Would you still love them? I don't know. Would you still love them? I don't know. Whoa! I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I still remember. I still remember. I still remember how long.
There you go. By request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. That's the sound of Anna King. Anna King on the Smash label. That's her first release on the Smash label. He's got a nice white label promo on that. That's a styrene's got some pops in it. I'll take it. Find it in the wild for 10 cents. I'll take it. Anna King, December 63, called If Somebody Told You. If somebody told you about Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure show, you should thank them. I have to thank a lot of the listeners that have been typing on my YouTube wall. They tell their friends about this program, and they're listeners. They like jazz music and whatnot, but they like to listen to Johnny G play the records here and give a history of these groups and these songs and my spin on the record. So it's all entertaining, isn't it, folks, as we continue here? Let's fill a request now, and I'm starting to get worried about the copyright police because they came out on that record. Ow. So let's try it here, folks, and let's fill a request now for listener Oldies fan, aka Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room as we go back to Detroit for the sound of Martha and the Vandellas. I think I played them last week. Also, was it from Malcolm Baumgart? I think I played a record for you, Malcolm. But this tune, again, this is a Holland Dozier, Holland Penn tune. And this is their, which one, Charlene? This is their, I don't know. It's not, fifth release. It's all the other stuff needed to be removed. But this is their fifth release. Started number 42. Okay, was number 11 on the R&B chart. We go to January of 64 for Joseph Smith in our YouTube chat room. Martha Reeves on lead, Martha and the Vandellas on the Gordy label. So are you ready to shake your hips? The song is called Live Wire for Oldies fan. Here you go.
It's my birthday, and he forgot again.
Yeah, Sound of Detroit here on the Vinyl Treasure Show as Johnny G gets caught. Hold on a second. Johnny G getting caught here, so let me go back to the camera here. Johnny, I need a producer here in the studio, you know I do. Maybe I can get Barbara to be my producer, but she'll never be here this late. Anyway, there you go. That one there going out to Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith. And what did I do with the paper? That's the sound of Martha Reeves and the Vandellas on the, on the Gordy record label. And a song entitled Live Wire. What else did I want to say about this? But kind of like a takeoff of Heat Wave. Remember, because they had Heat Wave, and then they had Quicksand, and then they had Live Wire, so they tried to do. But, of course, you see that didn't really do as well as those two records. But I like those records, too. My aunt really liked Heat Wave and Quicksand. It was funny when I used to hear Quicksand played on CBS FM, they didn't have the single version. And it's interesting also to note that many of you that are listening to this show, you are used to hearing these records in stereo. I don't know, maybe fake stereo possibly, or rechanneled. You're hearing all the mono versions of the records here. I don't play in stereo here. Actually, if I play a stereo record, it doesn't sound good at all. It's interesting, though, when I go to some of the YouTube clips that have really nice sound, and this system does play them in stereo, but the setup is not. The setup is for mono. And Darren, did that website help you a little bit? You were asking me about my shell heads, and I think that was different, though. I was communicating with Record Hound about the shell heads on his turntable. Anyway, I digress, but let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener L.A. Arch, and after Tony Williams left the Platters to pursue a solo career in late 1959, he was replaced by a 19-year-old Sonny Turner. Sonny Turner, I think he was from Cleveland, Ohio. And after the group left Mercury, they would sign with Music Core Records. They had 12 releases on the label, and this was their fourth release. And this one did chart also nationally, number 19 on Cashbox, number 14 on Billboard, number 12 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number one record on WGH if you were listening in Newport News, Virginia. Now, how many of you did get caught in your classes, okay, by doing something bad, okay? So I was in I think his name was Mr. Thomas, Ma. I think it was Mr. Thomas. He's no longer with us. So you weren't supposed to be talking in the class. So he had to tell me, I think twice, to stop talking. So I said, stop talking. You people are still talking here. So he said, Mr. Galindo, okay, you're not following orders. Come up here, and I want you to do 25 jumping jacks in front of the class. I was like, I'm not doing 25. I'm going to stop talking. He says, no. He says, come up here now and do it. I refused. He says, okay, you don't want to do it? I'll give you an option, okay? I told him, I said, Mr. Thomas, I'll stop talking, okay? I promise. So he said to me, well, you know what? Instead of you can either do 25 jumping jacks in front of the class, or you're going to do 50 jumping jacks at the end of the class. So I said, all right, I'll do 50 jumping jacks at the end of the class. So in those classrooms, okay, so I had to wait till everybody left. The bell rings and everybody walks out. But they had on the doors, they were like these opaque glass, like little glass boxes, square boxes. But the middle box, you can look in the classroom to see. So so I went in front and I was a heavy guy. So imagine a heavy guy in the front and he sat there like this and he counted, and they were looking through that glass and they were laughing at me. They were laughing at me while I was doing the jumping jacks in class, and that was my punishment, and I never spoke in his class again. I may have spoken in other classes, but it relates to this song, okay? So it relates to this song. That's why I said this, Arch, because it relates to the song. And we go to March of 1966 for The Sound of the Platters, okay? And this features Sonny Turner on lead, and this was their first of 12 on the Music Core record label by request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. The Platters with I Love You 1,000 Times. Here you go. There you go, the great sound of the Platters there. Johnny G getting caught here. The great sound of the Platters there by request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room there. I Love You 1,000 Times. Such a great tune from March of 1966. That's a great Sonny Turner on lead. And I saw him... Barbara took me to the music hall here. I forget who put out the production there, and it was actually he sounded great when she it was and he passed away not so long ago, but anyway, it is a great tune. There you go for L.A. Arch, March 1966. The Platters on the Music Core record label. I Love You 1,000 Times is the name of the tune. Got to say hello to DJ Scott K, who is in the Oldies and More chat room, and he says he loves the tune that Johnny G plays here on Oldies and More, also on YouTube. And Scott does a show on Oldies and More Radio. You can go to oldiesandmore.com to tune in on Monday afternoons from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursdays from 7 to 9. So I want to thank DJ Scott for being in the Oldies and More chat room, and he digging on these 1960s tunes. Again, if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue here on the 1960s here. And let's fill a request now. Actually, This song was requested a while back by David Silberg in our YouTube chat room, and also requested by Adrian Viterbo. And finally found a copy of this record on the cheap, too, by the way. But it's a great tune. This gal, her real name was Melinda Helen Matthews, and she was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, but she would record as Linda Hopkins, and she recorded in the 1950s on labels like Crystalite and Federal and Atco before she signed with Brunswick Records. She had 14 releases for the Brunswick label. This was her first release, okay, and this is actually a cover song. This was first recorded earlier, I should say maybe a couple months earlier, in October of 1960 by Maxine Brown. She did it first on the Nomar label. But this is a nice rendition here, a tune written by Maxine Brown, Leroy Kirkland, and Fred Johnson. So from December 1960, by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, and also to David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to Linda Hopkins on the Brunswick label and her rendition of the tune All in My Mind. Here you go for David and for Adrian.
I think that you don't care, and it's more than I can bear. I don't know, baby. Maybe it's all in my mind. All in my mind. I know that I've been true, but honey, sweetie, baby, what about you? I don't know, baby. Maybe it's all in my mind. In my mind. We've been going steady so long. I never dreamed you'd ever do me wrong. I knew I was yours, and I thought you were mine. Every little thing was so fine. Oh, darling, I hate to see someone else with you other than me. I don't know, baby. Maybe it's all in my mind. All in my mind. Oh, yes. I don't mean to be complaining, baby, but let me tell you, right now it's all in my mind.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Adrian Viterbo and David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Linda Hopkins, December 1960. That's her first release on the Brunswick record label, All in My Mind. Well, how about we give a listen to the original version of that? This one released in October of 1960 on the Nomar record label. This is the original, Miss Maxine Brown with All in My Mind.
I think that you don't care, and it's more than I can bear. I don't know, baby. Maybe it's all in my mind. Oh,
There you go. That is the original version by Maxine Brown, All in My Mind. I thought she was going to say Your Mind. All in My Mind is the name of the tune, released in October of 1960. That's on the No More record label. Maxine Brown, such a wonderful singer. So many great releases by Maxine Brown. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. We are live on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is our first show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon doing at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 till 4, doing the 1956 Relic Countdown. And that's a lot. I haven't been here for a while. I try to do that show every couple weeks. I know with all the responsibilities I have, it's tough. I got to get back to the 78s, too, and that'll be back Saturday evening, beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, with 1950s and early 60s 45s as requested by you. So if you do have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to do it. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Chris Reed. This was a record I found in the wild here, and we go out to Los Angeles, California for this group. It's a female lead with male backing. They first recorded for VJ Records back in 1965, but in 1967 they signed with OK Records, had 2 releases on the OK label. This is the A-side to their second, and this one produced by Larry Williams. So not only was he singing with OK, recording with the OK label, he was also producing for them. But he produced it along with Stu Phillips, and it features Delia Kinnerbrew. Delia Kinnerbrew is the lead singer, and wait a minute, but mostly what? What does that say, Charlene? I don't know what that says. From February 1967. Let's give a listen to the Triumphs. The Triumphs on the OK label. And the song is called Workin'. This is going out to Chris Reed. Here you go, Chris.
Sometimes I get tired, disgusted, I've been working and my soul's gone weary. I've got brothers and sisters and they've all got to be fed. I've been working so long, I get tired, I get disgusted, I get busted,
There you go. That's the sound. Whoops. That's the sound of the Triumphs there. The Triumphs going out to listener Chris Reed, February 67. That is the A-side song entitled Workin'. And then that was kind of like she was singing along with male members here. But I think when I bought this record, I think I got it for the flip side here. So Johnny G is going to flip this 45 over. Let me know what you think about this side. Okay. I'm going to flip over the Triumphs from February '67, their second release on OK with a song called Workin'. This side, written by B. Goodman, again produced by Stu Phillips, again with Larry Williams also, and it's called Memories. These are the Triumphs. This is the B side. Let me know what you think. Here you go.
Like a song of love that clings to me, saying so softly how sweet it used to be. When you smile, the gleam seems so real to me. I what can I say after saying I'm sorry?
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, the haste of my words, they hurt me.
Well, they hurt me.
But what can I do?
Just to prove it to you.
I'm trying my best to make this reality, and all of my return of an unchained melody. Each day lying in love again. I never meant to misuse or be mean to you.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by a group called the Triumphs there, and that side featured, Charlene didn't probably know what to write on that side, but that side featured Dalila Kinnerbrew. Yes, not to be confused with Dee Dee Kinnerbrew, who was a member of the Crystals that recorded There's No Other Like My Baby, I think. But that one there, the Triumphs, a B-side there, Memories is the name of the tune. The flip side of that is called Workin'. Johnny G still working here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. You know this duo from Miami, Florida. They had some big hits when they signed with Stax Records. Of course, prior to this, they recorded for Morris Levy's Roulette record label. I'm talking about Sam Moore and Dave Prater, of course, better known as Sam and Dave. And this is their fourth release. Actually, it's a B-side to a hit. If you're familiar with Hold On, I'm Coming, this is the flip side of that. This tune written by Albertus Isabel, Steve Cropper, and Eddie Floyd. And this is from March of 1966. This is the B-side to Hold On, I'm Coming. Going out to a Ron Harry, Sam and Dave. It's called I Got Everything I Need. This is on Stax for Ron Harry. Here you go.
I don't mind people laughing at the torn up clothes I wear. I know something they don't know now. So listen to me. You all don't laugh at the hole in my shoes. You make my clothes seem brand
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Ron Harry. That is the sound of Sam and Dave. Sam and Dave, the flip side of Hold On, I'm Coming. Song entitled I've Got Everything I Need is the name of the tune. I don't know if I got everything that Johnny G needs, but the Copyright Police came out on that 45 here. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Record Ralph in Syracuse. As I think I played her, was she last week or the week before? I forget, but I have featured this gal, Miss Chris Clark, she recorded for Berry Gordy Jr.'s VIP record label, also for the MOTOWN record label. She was 17 years old. She was a 6-foot platinum blonde, okay? She was a big girl. She was born in Santa Cruz, California. This is her second of 3 on the MOTOWN subsidiary VIP record label, and this bubbled under at number 105, was number 41 on the R&B chart, and this was a number 8 record on WJHO out of Opelika, Alabama. This one written and produced by Holland Dozier Holland by request for Record Ralph in Syracuse, July 1966. Miss Chris Clark. It's called Love's Gone Bad. Chris Clark for Record Ralph. Here we go.
I feel a pounding in my brain, ice cold water running through my veins. Got a bad taste in my mouth from bitter tears. Heart feeling sad 'cause love's gone bad. I see a rainbow all in black. Must be a sign you ain't coming back. Wake up at night, calling your name. I see a face on my window pane. I've been this way since you've been gone. Like your love, I can't go on. Look in the mirror, what do I see? Crying face, kinda looks like me. Now where's the love you promised me? Where's the tenderness to comfort me? Every time some love I choose, I seem to always be the one to lose. Bad taste in my mouth from bitter tears. Heart feeling sad 'cause love's gone bad. Love's gone bad. Heart feels sad. Black crow flying up above. It's a sign I live my life without love. Signs on the land, signs on the sea, signs everywhere say I'm destined to be in this old world where nothing's right. Since you've been gone, can't sleep at night. You said you'd be true to me. Instead you made a fool of me. Heart feels sad, love's gone bad.
There you go. That one there by request for Record Ralph in Syracuse. The sound of Chris Clark here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, July 1966. It's on the VIP record label. Love's Gone Bad is the name of the tune as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Copyright Police are out. And let's see. So listen, listen, we still got a little bit of time. It's what, 11:30 here? I'm checking on my clock there. But let's fill a request now for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. You know, it took me a while. Leonard, when did you request this? Like a year or two ago, if not longer than that. But again, what I did was, this is a touch of the 70s here. We're actually going to April of 1971 for this release. And lots of my 70s records I left down in the no humidity basement. So I also I'm looking through the pop stuff, and there's some R&B single artists in there. So I'm trying to pull these things out, but sometimes I don't have the time to do it. But I found this actually a couple weeks ago. But Leonard requested this group out of Philadelphia. They formed in 1968. Now, the group included Alman Love, he was the baritone. James Dunn, another baritone. Herb Morel, they're all baritones, Charlene? Can't be all baritones. I'm a baritone. And James Smith, bass, lead singer. And he has an unmistakable voice, of course, the lead singer. His name is Russell Tompkins Jr., okay? And this is their third release. Of course, they had big hits. Betcha by Golly Wow, You Make Me Feel Brand New, lots of hits in the 1970s. And the last record I bought from them by them was a song called Sing Baby Sing. You know that song? Well, I bought that 45 when it came out. But this one I got for $1, and it's this tune on the Avco Embassy label, written by Linda Creed and Tom Bell, produced and arranged by Tom Bell. This did chart, got some chart action, number 39 on the Billboard chart, number 6 on the R&B, and a big number 1 record if you were tuned into KMBY in Monterey, California, from April 71. Touch of the 70s for Santi, the Stylistics. Stylistics on Avco Embassy for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. It's called Stop, Look, Listen to Your Heart. That's in parentheses. Here you go for Leonard. Yeah, touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. They like that tune there in the YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Stylistics there. Stylistics by request for Leonard Mancini, April 1971 release. That is their third release for the AFCO Embassy record label. Stop, Look, Listen, parentheses, to Your Heart. I remember hearing that on the radio. I do. That is a Russell Tompkins Jr. on lead. Johnny G cannot see with my cataracts. I got to get these things done. They said it's not ready yet, but I'm telling you, I got troubles with it. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request now for a UK listener, Malcolm Baumgart, in our YouTube chat room, as this gal is a favorite here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And she first started recording back in 1962 for Bob Keane's Donna Records, a song called Echo, which is a good tune by her. But in 1964, she signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla record label, and she had a hit with her first release on the label called Every Little Bit Hurts. But let's give a listen to her seventh of 10 on the Tamla label. This one produced by Frank Wilson and Hal Davis from August 1966. Let's give a listen to Brenda Holloway. Brenda Holloway on the Tamla label. It's called Where Were You? This is for Malcolm Baumgart in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Malcolm, for you.
It was pathetic how I waited every day to hear the things that I would never hear you say. Friends of mine would ask me out, but all my friends had someone of their own. No matter where I went, the loneliness was there. Without your love, my needs were just too much to bear. Darling, where were you when my love was strong? Where were you? Why did you wait till my love was gone? I was so good to you. You know I tried in every way to please you. While everyone is someone's fool, and don't you know how much you hurt me every time that you would go, darling? Where were you when my love was strong? Where were you? Why did you wait till my love was gone? So at last you broke my heart, and now you want what I don't have to give you. There's nothing left of all the love that used to be, 'cause you were never there to give it back to me, darling. Where were you when my love was strong? Where were you? Why did you wait till my love was gone? Where were you? Oh, darling, where were you? Where were you? Yeah, where were you?
There you go. That's the great sound of Brenda Holloway here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to listener Malcolm Baumgart in the UK. I know Malcolm was in the YouTube chat room there not too long ago. That's Brenda Holloway. That was her 7th of 10 for the Tamla label, Where Were You, from August 1966. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and we got to fill a request now for listener Cheney Chan in our YouTube chat room. And it was, and Cheney, I was actually surprised when you said that this next singer was your late uncle. Okay. Oh, no. Come on. No. Oh, geez. Those of you... See that, folks? Listen, those of you that are listening to Johnny G on Oldies and More, Okay, you're okay. But those of you that are on the on YouTube, that is, you see, when you play too many Motown records, they kind of cut you off. Oh, this is not good, because I wanted to. Oh, well, she said I could start another stream. Oh, let me try this. Hold on a second, folks. I'll try it. Let's try another. Let's try another stream. Hold on a second, folks. I'm going to try this, okay? Hold on. Those of you tuned in, I'm going to stay with the I'm going to stay on oldies and more, but let me end this. Hold on a second. I'm going to try this, folks. Just hold on a second. Let's end this stream here. Okay? Let's see. End the stream.